In a historic move, Russia has become the first country to formally recognize the Taliban government in Afghanistan, breaking years of global consensus. This July 2025 decision shatters the Taliban's isolation, giving them a crucial political victory and a powerful ally. By accepting the credentials of Afghanistan's new ambassador, Russia positions itself as a key power broker in a region where Western influence has faded. The world now faces urgent questions. Will others follow Russia's lead? What does this mean for Afghan women and girls and for global security? All eyes are on Afghanistan as a new chapter in Central Asian geopolitics begins. Russia's recognition of the Taliban wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. It was years in the making, a carefully orchestrated strategy unfolding over time. This process was significantly accelerated by the Taliban's swift return to power in Afghanistan. A key legal shift occurred in April 2025, setting the stage for a new chapter in their relationship. Russia's Supreme Court made a pivotal decision, removing the Taliban from its list of designated terrorist organizations. This move effectively cleared the way for the establishment of formal diplomatic ties between the two entities. It signaled a major policy shift, indicating a fundamental change in Russia's approach to Afghanistan. President Putin and his administration strategically reframed the Taliban's image. They began to portray them as potential partners in the fight against ISIS-K, the Islamic State affiliate in the region. This justification of engagement was framed as a critical security necessity for the region and for Russia itself. Moscow actively hosted high-level Taliban delegations for talks and negotiations. Russia notably kept its embassy in Kabul open and operational, and established crucial business ties with the new Afghan government early on. These actions were aimed at building trust and fostering strong economic links between the two nations. This calculated approach was no sudden move or impulsive decision. Russia methodically dismantled existing barriers and obstacles to engagement. This ensured that the eventual recognition would be perceived as a logical and strategically sound step. The groundwork for this shift spanned across legal and security considerations, encompassing diplomatic initiatives and fostering economic cooperation in various sectors. This multifaceted approach effectively placed Russia at the forefront of navigating a new Afghan reality. Now, Moscow stands as the first major global power to formally embrace and recognize the Taliban regime as the legitimate government of Afghanistan. Security is at the heart of Russia's decision-making process when it comes to Afghanistan. It's a primary concern that shapes their policies and actions in the region. This is especially true given the very real threat of ISIS-K, a group whose violent actions struck Moscow in 2024, leaving a lasting impact on the nation's psyche and security apparatus. The Kremlin increasingly views a stable Taliban government, however unlikely that may seem to some, as a crucial bulwark against the spread of terrorism in the region. They fear that instability in Afghanistan could easily spill over, spreading into Russia itself and destabilizing the already fragile Central Asian republics. Beyond security concerns, economic ambitions also significantly drive Moscow's engagement with Afghanistan. Afghanistan, strategically located, could potentially become a key transit hub for lucrative energy pipelines and expanded trade routes, benefiting Russia economically. Official recognition of the Taliban facilitates and streamlines deals related to vital infrastructure projects. This includes projects in energy, the development of agricultural resources, and other key sectors. Ultimately, this deepens Russia's regional influence and solidifies its position as a key player in Central Asia. By proactively stepping into the Afghan arena, Russia effectively fills the power vacuum that was left by the U.S. withdrawal. This allows Russia to project itself as a pragmatic and indispensable partner in the region, ready to engage where others have retreated. Moscow's calculated move may very well encourage China, along with other nations, to follow suit in engaging with the Taliban. This could lead to the building of a powerful regional bloc that effectively sidelines Western influence and interests in the region. In this evolving geopolitical landscape, Afghanistan is now undeniably a critical piece in Russia's broader strategy for shaping a multipolar world order. In Kabul, the Taliban celebrated Russia's recognition as a historic breakthrough, a moment they see as validating their governance. This recognition is perceived as a significant step towards international acceptance, gaining long-sought legitimacy on the global stage. The move by Russia is viewed as a pivotal shift in the diplomatic landscape. Formal ties with Moscow open doors to trade, security partnerships, offering potential avenues for economic growth and stability, and foreign investment, helping the Taliban shed pariah status and potentially rebuild the war-torn nation. This could lead to infrastructure projects and job creation. Other regional players, China, UAE, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, have engaged with the Taliban, but none have granted full recognition yet, carefully weighing the implications of such a move. Russia's move could embolden these countries to formalize ties, potentially reshaping the geopolitical dynamics in the region, creating a bloc willing to work with the Taliban, regardless of Western concerns. Western nations remain firm, no recognition without major changes to Taliban policies, especially on women's rights, which are seen as fundamental human rights. The US and Europe cite severe restrictions on women as a red line, a non-negotiable condition for any normalization of relations, accusing Russia of overlooking grave abuses and potentially undermining international human rights norms. The world is now split, with Russia's decision deepening the divide over Afghanistan's future and raising questions about the direction of international diplomacy. The main obstacle to global recognition of the Taliban remains their harsh repression of women and girls. Russia and some regional powers argue engagement is necessary for stability, while the West insists on human rights as a precondition. Russia's move may trigger a selective domino effect, with some countries formalizing ties while others hold firm. This could fracture Afghanistan's diplomatic landscape, complicating aid, banking, and travel. Russia's recognition marks a new, uncertain era in Central Asian geopolitics, forcing a global policy recalibration. Will engagement moderate the Taliban or embolden their hardline rule? The fate of millions hangs in the balance. The path forward is more divided and unpredictable than ever.